AT&T's Phoenix Works, the world's largest producer of communications cable. The Phoenix Works produces over 100 billion conductor feet of copper cable every year. The copper cable produced at Phoenix is used to connect homes and businesses to local telephone companies throughout the country and to connect local telephone offices to each other. AT&T also uses the cable produced here in its nationwide network, the world's largest. While new technologies such as fiber optics and satellite transmission are a growing part of the telecommunications industry, copper cable will continue to provide quality service for many years to come. Its relative low cost and proven performance makes copper cable an important asset to the industry's technological mix. Spanning more than 120 acres, the Phoenix Works houses 1.25 million square feet of manufacturing space with an additional 1 million square feet reserved for real storage. At the Phoenix Works, "Get it right the first time" is more than just a catchy slogan. Computerized control systems ensure quality and help reduce manufacturing expenses. A series of AT&T 3B computers monitor and control machine parameters, quality, shop processes, and product testing. For example, microprocessors monitor and control the wire insulation process. Raw data is gathered and fed into a 3B5 computer, which correlates it into information that is used by engineering, maintenance, and operating personnel to achieve maximum product yields. An AT&T 3B2 computer is used to activate a barrel storage and retrieval system for bulk handling of modular cores. Data generated by this system is used to control bulk cordage inventories. AT&T 3B computers are also used for final electrical testing of copper cable, quality testing for connector cables, automation of maintenance call systems, and for statistical quality control. In addition to copper wire, the Works also manufactures custom cables used in central telephone office switching and transmission equipment. Service wire is another Phoenix Works product. F-drop wire provides aerial connections, and C and E buried wire provides bury connections for our subscribers. Perhaps the most familiar products we manufacture here are telephone spring cords and line cords used by both residents and business customers. Copper is the primary component here. More than 3 million pounds of copper are used every week during our 7-day, 3-shift work schedule. The copper used in cable production is extracted, refined, and manufactured into a finished product, all within the state of Arizona. Copper cable manufacturing begins at the #1 wire draw machine, where a 5/16" copper rod is drawn through a series of decreasing diameter dies that reduce the rod to 10 and 12 gauge wire. This gauge size is too heavy for telephone cable purposes, so it must be drawn down even further. At the #2 wire draw, a precious gem, the diamond, helps us draw the wire down to even finer gauges by pulling it through a hole bored into the diamond. Following the drawing process, the wire is insulated with either a paper pulp wrapping or a plastic coating. Both types of insulation are applied in different colors, so that different pairs of wires within the same cable can be easily identified. Pulp insulating machines were developed by AT&T to manufacture an insulated covering of paper directly onto the wire. 60 copper wires, each from a separate carrier, are processed and then automatically wound onto 60 small reels. At the plastic insulating line, the wire moves through an extruder at about 60 miles per hour, where a coating of polyethylene known as PIC, or polyvinyl chloride, PVC for short, is applied. Once insulated, individual wires are twisted into pairs. Twisting the wires substantially reduces the possibility of crosstalk interference. The stranding machine groups the twisted pairs of wires into units. These units are also twisted to provide flexibility in the cable. The units are then wrapped with color-coded binding tape for easy identification, wound onto spools, and tested for electrical integrity. After testing, individual units are wound together to create the core of the cable. The cores are wrapped with paper or plastic insulation. The completed cores are then inspected for proper construction and electrical integrity. Pulp cores are dried using a heat and vacuum process and stored in a climate-controlled hot room to prevent moisture from re-entering the core. In the final production stage, the cores are given a protective sheath of either polyester film, corrugated aluminum, and/or corrugated steel. A plastic jacket is then added. The cable, now in its final form, will have a diameter ranging from 1/2 inch to about 3.5 inches, and will contain as many as 4,200 pairs of wires. A final series of quality control checks are performed before the cable is sealed and stored for shipping. If desired, the customer can order cable with electrical connectors already installed. This process is called CONEX, or Connectorized Exchange Cable Splicing. Again, quality control checks are performed to ensure both physical and electrical integrity. Adding electrical connectors at the factory makes installation in the field easier and much faster. Custom cables used in central office switching and transmission equipment are also manufactured at the Phoenix Works. Customers can specify cable length and configuration of the terminated wires and the types of connectors required. Telephone spring and line cords are another important segment of the Phoenix Works product line. Similar to cable production, the wire used in these cords must also be drawn down through a series of dies to a smaller gauge. The wire is then flattened into a ribbon just under 1/1000th of an inch thick. That's 1/3 the size of a human hair. Quality control checks ensure that this precise thickness is maintained. 3 strands of wire ribbon are then wrapped around a nylon core. Special plastics are used to insulate the nylon and wire core, which is then jacketed in a variety of colors. Spring cords are produced by wrapping the straight cord around a metal bar and applying a heat treatment. Both straight and spring cords are then fitted with the proper connector ends. A variety of other cords are also manufactured, including a new designer series that offers telephone customers many decorating options. At Phoenix, customer satisfaction means success in a competitive marketplace. The Phoenix Works has maintained an unprecedented 100% on-time delivery of cable for 11.5 years. For over 100 years, AT&T has set the standards for the telecommunications industry. That tradition of excellence is alive at the Phoenix Works. We're committed to delivering the highest quality products at the lowest possible cost. The Phoenix Works. One more reason why AT&T is the right choice.